Hello, welcome to your third lesson. Today we are going to look more in depth at note names, rhythms together, and we're going to do a little bit of singing to strengthen up that relationship. First of all, let's have a very quick recapitulation of note values. As you can see on the bottom of your screen, we've got the semi-breve, the minim, the crotchet, the quaver and the semi-quaver, and their values are 4/4, 2/4, 1/4, 1/8 and 1/16. Okay, so let's move to the first task of today, which is to read the notes and the rhythm at the same time. As you might remember from the second lesson, the note which sits on the middle line of the musical staff in treble clef is called a B, and here we have a very long series of Bs with a little bit of a rhythm. So let's establish a beat. These are our crotchets. So are you ready to read? 3 and 4. B, 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 B. Okay, how easy was that? I assume it wasn't too bad. So let's move on to our second task now, which is going to be quite easy. Different notes, simpler rhythm. So let's have a very quick look at the notes that are involved in this one. We've got G, easy to spot. It's treble clef, the G clef, it gives us the G on the second line from the bottom. Right, so we've got G, we've got E, we've got again G and E, and then finally we've got a third note which is an A. So all in all 3 notes from the bottom, E, G and A. The rhythm is very simple, and we can also call them with their Kodály method names, with their solfège names. So, mi is the first 2, and then the third note is la. So from the bottom, mi, so, la. Right, so let's first read them with the letter names, starting with the G. This is going to be our beat. These are our crotchets. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. G, E, G, G, E, G, G, E, A, G, G, E. It might sound familiar, it might ring a bell. Probably does, the rhythm must be very familiar to you. Let's do it again, but using the solfège names, the Kodály method names. So, mi. Right, let's get started. 1, 2, 3, go. So, mi, so, mi, so, mi, la, so, mi. How easy was that? Probably not too hard. Let's try to sing it. And finally, all should be revealed. I'm gonna give you the G. G, that's your first note. Are you ready to sing? Let's use the letter names. 1, 2, 3, go. G, E, G, G, E, G, G, E, A, G, G, E. Well, now you know what it is. It's a very, very common thing for children to sing. It's possibly the easiest thing that we can read musically. Let's move on to the next task. Let's sing a scale of C major, the major scale, with a little bit of rhythm thrown in just for added interest. So I'm gonna give you the C, C and the beat. 1, 2, 3, go. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Lovely. Remember that the last note is a semi-breve and it lasts for 4 whole beats. And that means that you will hear beat, 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 and the final beat. You will have to hear 5 beats, the 5th of which will indicate the end of the 4th beat and the start of the next bar. Let's now sing it again, but using the solfège, the Kodály technique names. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, are you ready? Do, 1, 2, 3, go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Well done. That wasn't too hard, was it? But how hard can it be if I deleted some of those notes? We're going to have a few silences, a few moments of silence. I advise that you should still think the missing notes as if you were singing them. Just don't sing them, but think them. That is definitely going to help you. So let's only sing the notes which are printed and leave the gaps silent. Are you ready? Let's use the letter names. C and 1, 2, 3 and C, D, F, A, B, C, B, A, F, E, C, off. Shall we do it again? This time with the Do, Re, Mi names. They're probably a little bit easier. Do, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Do, re, fa, la, ti, do, ti, la, fa, mi, do. Very nice indeed. Now let's play around this major scale a little bit. So we are going to go always forwards or backwards by one letter name, by a single note. Okay, so let's have a look at the notes. C, D, E, then back 1, D, E, F, then back 1, E, F, G, then back 1, F, G, A, back 1, G, A, B, back 1, A, B, C. Let's sing it. Still starting from this note, which is our C. Let's use the letter names. C, 1, 2, 3, go. C, D, E, D, E, F, E, F, G, F, G, A, G, A, B, A, B, C. Okay, how hard was that? Shall we do it again with Do, Re, Mi? Right? Do, Re, Mi. Do, 2, 3, and Do, Re, Mi, fa, so, la, ti, do. Okay, let's do the same experiment now as we did a little bit earlier with the scale of C major. So let's remove a few notes. Now I'm always removing the same note, which is the middle note, the second note of each bar. So we've got C, E, D, F, E, G, and so forth. Please note, pay attention to this, that we are always moving from one note on the line to another note on the line in each bar. And then in the following bar, we are moving from a note on the space to another note on the space. That is important, and we shall see why in a few moments. Okay, so let's do it with letter names. Not singing in the gaps, but thinking the missing note. So this is our note, this is our C, and let's use letter names. C, E, D, F, E, G, F, A, G, B, A, C. Shall we do it again with the solfa? Do, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Do, mi, re, fa, mi, so, fa, la, so, ti, la, do. Now, let's have a look at some interesting facts which we can find out from the exercises we've been doing a few moments ago. When some notes appear in alphabetical order or reverse alphabetical order, which is the same, we call that sequence conjunct. They are conjunct notes. Whereas when it's not alphabetical order and there are some skipped letters, then it is not conjunct. The distance in terms of pitch between two notes, so in music we are talking about the vertical distance between notes, is called an interval. Intervals are categorized by two factors, and today we are going to look at the first one of them, which for our purposes is the most important for the time being. And that is a number. We use ordinal numbers, so second, third, fourth, fifth, and so forth. Okay, so if we take C to D, that's going to be a second because there are two note names, C, D. If we go from C to E, that's going to be a third, C, D, E, 3 notes. If we went from an E to an A, that would be a fourth, E, F, G, A, fourth, 4 numbers. Okay, that is how we classify intervals, at least for half of the classification. The rest, major, minor, perfect, augmented, diminished, we shall see that at another point. At the moment it is not very relevant. So let's have a look at these intervals here. C to D is a second, C to E is a third, as we've already seen, C to F is a fourth, C to G is a fifth, C to A is a sixth, C to B is a seventh, C to C is an octave from the Latin word octo, which means 8, like an octopus, which has got 8 tentacles. Yeah, so that is called an octave. We have an octave every time we've got 2 notes of the same name but different pitch. Likewise, if it had gone up to another C even above that one, that would have been 2 octaves. So let's now proceed to actually sing it. After all, it's just a scale, you might have already noticed it, which is interspersed with the middle C. Okay, C, this is our C, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. C, D, C, E, C, F, C, G, C, A, C, B, C, C. Or, as it happens quite a number of times in choirs, there is a simpler way. They use numbers sometimes as a warm-up exercise. So 1, 2, 1, 3. Let's now forget about rhythm and let's just sing the numbers fast. So 1, 2, 1, 3. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 1, 8. Now, why don't we use all these notes, all these intervals, and mix them up a little bit? Now, please pause the video now to have a quick look at those notes. and then resume when you think you are ready to sing. Okay, now let's try to have a go using the letter names. Okay, we're going to use this beat. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is going to be your C. Are you ready? 2, 3, go. C, E, E, D, E, G, G, C, B, A, A, D, E, C. Shall we do it again with the Do Re Mi technique, with the Kodai method? So, are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Do, mi, mi, re, mi, so, so, do, ti, la, la, re, mi, do. Now, why don't you pause the video and try to sing it on your own without any help? It's probably not the easiest thing you've done, and of course if you want you can still go back and sing it together with me a few more times. But now let's try to sing it on your own. Pause your video now. That's your C. Right, how was it? Too hard? Too difficult? Simple? So-so? I suppose it might have been so-so for a few of you, quite easy for a few others, and quite a lot difficult for other ones. So if you found it difficult, that means that you might have to do a few more times the exercise with me, rewinding the video a little bit and going over it a little bit more, just to strengthen up those neural connections in your brain. Now, if you feel confident enough, let's go on. Let's sing exactly the same notes, exactly in the same sequence, but with a different rhythm. It's going to be exactly the same pitches, but with a different rhythm. So now please pause your video for a moment just to have a quick look at the rhythm and try to figure it out. This time I'm not gonna talk you through it, so we are just going to plunge right away into doing it. Pause your video now. Okay, are you ready? I'm gonna give you a slower bit to help you out. Okay, I'm gonna be nice. So this is going to be our beat. And that's going to be our C. Let's use the C and then use the Do Re Mi later on, okay? You ready? 2, 3, go. C, E, E, D, E, G, G, C, B, A, A, D, E, C. Nice. Let's do it now with Do Re Mi. Do, are you ready? 2, 3, go. Do, mi, mi, re, mi, so, so, do, ti, la, la, re, mi, do. I hope you found this enjoyable. Now, it is time for you to do a little screenshot of this page and print it out if you can, so you can do a little exercise. Try to create a little melody only using the notes between middle C and the C above, so 1 octave of total range. You can use the rhythms we have been learning until now and all the note values that we have been learning. So try to write something creative of your own and to sing it back to yourselves. And with this, today's lesson has finished. Thank you very much. See you at lesson number 4.